In today's video, I want to help you make another step in improving your performance at the gym. I guess you've heard about the point of failure at the training. If you're a total rookie watching it, stay. There's knowledge for you also. So to put it quickly, the failure point is where your body doesn't allow you to do any more repetition, any more movement with a certain weight. So your body physically stops. But is it about the physical reaction? Is it about the physical stop of your muscle there? Let me draw your attention to the story of Eddie Hall, an extremely powerful powerlifter and the first man to ever lift 500 kilograms in a deadlift off the ground successfully. What's interesting that later in the interviews talking about this lift, he didn't say that he was seeing it as lifting the bar off the ground. Rather, he was seeing it as his mental image of lifting a car off his children. That's a pretty dark vision down there, but it really worked on him. It worked on his body, so he was actually able to lift this bar. But it couldn't create more muscle at the moment because we aren't able to create cells of our body. We aren't able to create the matter out of thin air just by simply thinking some scenario that's asking us for more physical power. So it wasn't like the muscle itself in its physical form that caused him to lift more, and it isn't that makes us fail, of course him too, that makes the failure point of a set. So it's not in the muscle, rather it's in the mind. Because the mind itself and the signals that it's sending through the nervous system of your body, that's what makes you reach the failure point on every set. That limit that you can't do, let's say 11th rep on 100 kgs on the bench, if you're advanced. It isn't about the muscle itself, it's about what your body is feeling about the muscle. But it isn't perfect, it isn't perfectly aligned to you, because your mind is influenced by many external factors. And those external factors are actually the thing that we can implement to our lives. We can improve so that your gym sessions are actually better. There are guys at the gym who say that they are the lone wolves. They exercise by themselves with their headphones on, with their hoodie on. No social interactions at all, except from maybe asking how many sets do you have left on this. Which actually is a pretty good starter for a conversation at the gym, if you actually want to make some connections. But there are guys who say that they don't want to. They stay all in their zones, focused, say that they have to focus on the training. And of course, it's not all bad. As I see it, those external factors of creating your alone zone, like a bubble around yourself at the gym, isn't the most optimal way of doing it. Even if their training might seem more optimal because they time their weight time, even though they do the training perfect way and they don't get distracted, there's actually a better way, better external factor, like a bundle of external factors that you can put to your brain at the training, so it actually brings you to more strength. And this factor actually comes up of basically positive feelings, happiness, satisfaction, social connections. Those things working on you make you lift more weight actually. So if you were training for a while, you can probably recall at least one of your gym sessions where you knew from the start that it's not gonna be perfect. You were tired, you didn't sleep well this night because of something, or maybe something happened and you were sad, you were miserable. And it of course can also translate to some more power at the gym because you want to burn those emotions. I don't want to say that if you're feeling down bad, gym isn't the place for you because you won't be doing the most optimal training. Not at all. It helped me in the difficult moments where I had to deal with some negative emotions in my mind. Gym was one of the best solutions. But on the daily basis, if you can choose between doing a training that's normal and doing the training that makes you more happy, that one's gonna make you create more muscle in the aftermath, because you're gonna do more stuff at the gym. You're gonna do more repetitions at the gym, maybe more sets, I don't know. But what to actually do? Well, there are a lot of things to make your training more enjoyable, and it might seem strange if you're a rookie, but training, like gym trainings, gym sessions, can be really enjoyable, and for me it's like a passion. And it might seem strange because it's all tiring, you come out exhausted and it's painful. After every set your muscle hurts, and of course this happens, but let me tell you that it actually, after some time, I don't know what exactly you need, what time span you need to do it, but for me it started working as a full-time passion for me, despite all of those downside factors. But I also bring the positive factors by myself, by forcing them. What are my factors? One is the social connections I've mentioned multiple times in this video. So basically the gym is like a third place in life for me. I've read some article that people need 3 places in their life to actually not feel lonely, because loneliness is also a strong part of the lives of the people who say they are lone wolves, as in the name. But the loneliness is the part of those factors that aren't gonna work good on you if it brings to your brain the negative emotion of it. If you can deal with it, sure, but you won't be able, some of you won't be able to deal with it for the whole time. You might now feel that, okay, it's good, I'm okay with that. With time it might come that you need some connections in life. And those connections you can create at the gym. It will decrease your loneliness. This will make you enjoy more every session, because you actually have people to talk to. What I do right now is that I go and do my first set, not to waste that much time at the gym. I go and do my first set at the first thing, and in the rest time I go around the whole gym looking for the people I know, high-fiving them, like fist bumping, saying hello, so some small talks, and I'm already in the mood for the whole training. I don't need, even if something bad happened, of course I'm not saying all bad, like no, top tier bad things happening, but even if the day wasn't the perfect one, if I go to the gym, meet some people I know, have some small talks, I'm setting myself up in the mood for the entire training. That's gonna basically increase my training ratio, my training capability. That's one thing I do. The second thing is basically doing the exercise that I like. Because there is this sweet spot between doing the most optimal workout and the most like bro type workout when you do whatever you want. Between them, there is this sweet spot that it's actually working pretty well on you. It's actually well thought plan, but you're doing the exercises that feel good for you. Even for the painful, there are exercises you want to do, and there are exercises you don't want to do. That's basically how it works. Maybe you don't know them and you don't want to do them. Maybe you've done them and you don't feel the muscle as good as on that one. So if this exercise is a little bit more optimal, but this exercise gives you a lot of pleasure of doing it, despite the pain of doing it, as I've said, it's not that easy if you're a rookie to understand, but that's how it works. So if this exercise gives you the pleasure, it's more likely to make you build more muscle, because it's gonna work on your mind. So it creates more muscle in the aftermath, because you will be able to do more. It isn't that complicated. But for me, actually optimizing my trainings, my workout sessions, my workout plan towards some factors of happiness, because as I've said, it's not that I enjoy every part of it because it's painful, but optimizing that I enjoy it actually. I don't think that I'd built that much muscle, and I don't think that I'd lift as many workout sessions. I wouldn't do as many workout sessions if I were to go for the optimal form 100% of the time and close myself in a bubble without actually doing things at the gym that aren't 100% related closely to the gym, because that's what you might think that's bad. that, hey, you want to go and talk to the two people, but you are on the training, so focus on the training. Well, you might say that I'm losing time because I could do more optimal training, but my point stands that increasing the amount of positive feelings you can bring to the table at the gym actually correlates with the amount of muscle you can build in the long run, because of how your mind reacts to you working on your body and actually destroying your muscle, because that's how we build muscle. If again you are a rookie who wants to learn about what the gym is, should I go there? Yes, of course you should. And the story of creating muscle is actually tearing the muscle by a little parts so it grows bigger. And if you are able to go like further, the failure point gets further because you're feeling better at the workout, so you're able to squeeze 1 or 2 more reps. It's actually gonna tear the muscle a little bit more, so you build the muscle in the recovery time a little bit more, and it's snowballing to you enjoying the training even more, so the failure points pushes even more, etc, etc. So the conclusion of today's video is that for me, as I see it, and for me as it worked for me, and as it was proven, if you bring the positive factors around your gym training, you are able to push the failure point further toward, do more, basically. Let's not overcomplicate. If you bring more positive factors to your training, you are able to do more. And if you are able to do more, you build more muscle. And that's our goal for us. Hope it was helpful. Now go and make your way to a better future.